Welcome back to Whiskey Wonder Woman. In today's video, we're going to do a Peerless Distilling single barrel bottle. You can see that it's almost finished, and the reason why I'm going to do a review on this is because I got a lot of comments in a lot of my videos talking about neck pours and cracking open new bottles and leaving them for weeks and then redoing them. So I decided why not do one of my old bottles to see if it's actually the same notes from when I opened it the first time. I actually don't have a review of this on my YouTube channel because I was initially doing reviews on my TikTok, but I stopped doing reviews on my TikTok because it was getting really difficult to do, so that's why I switched over to YouTube. So if you want to see that video, which is like basically my early days of doing whiskey videos, you could check it on there. So this one's almost done, so I figured before it finishes, why not do a video. I got this at the Peerless Distilling Company Distillery in Louisville, Kentucky when I went down to the Bourbon Trail. This one's a Distillery exclusive. You don't get this at, liquor shops, I believe. They also had like the double oak one, which I didn't get, and I kind of regret because I heard it's actually really good. But it was kind of expensive, and I decided to go with the Distillery pick, but it's okay. So this one is 109.7 proof, and it already tells me that the notes for this one is supposed to be a Moscow Mule, and that's my favorite drink. So I'm excited to drink this. I've already drank it. As you can tell, it's almost done. And I can tell you that it's really, really good. But I'm going to do a review on it because I want to actually see if the neck pour is actually different from the rest of the bottle. This is what the bottle looks like. Where it says that it's the notes, that's going to be a Moscow Mule. Look how dark that color is. It is beautiful. It's like a deep, dark amber color. It's so pretty. I honestly, after doing this video, I'm going to have to look at my own TikTok to see my tasting notes that I did to see if it's on the same path, I guess, or if I'm totally off. I'm getting a deep caramel. Whew. The caramel is really strong. Almost smells like toffee, but on the next level, like a hint of char. I have to let it open up a little because it's burning my nose. Oh, so correction, it says Molasses Mule. So it's supposed to be like deep, dark sugar and then resemble notes of a Moscow Mule and ginger. So it kind of gives you the notes off the bat. And let's see if I can get them in this glass. Which, from the aroma, I definitely get the molasses. I'm definitely getting that burnt toffee smell. But it's not pungent. It's fragrant. I am getting a warm spice, but I'm not sure that it's ginger, and I don't want to fake it. And ginger is one of my favorite spices. So I think I would know when I smell ginger. Oh, I think I just got it. It was like crystallized ginger, like the candy. I also get notes of caramel, but the caramel it's deep. I would say the aroma, almost everything is on a deeper level. Nothing is really like light and fragrant. It's kind of like deep and aromatic. Every time I take a smell, it does burn a little. And honestly, I'm starting to think that it's not the vapor. I think it's actually the aroma that's burning. Ooh, crap. Dang it. Oh man. Yeah, you could smell the molasses. Wow, that smells beautiful. Oh, when I was at the distillery and I did the tour, they took us into the barrel room, and so like some of the barrels, they have like that sticky gooey stuff that kind of leaks out of the barrels. I was like sitting there like rubbing it and smelling it because it was so good. It was like toffee and caramel, and I mean it was wonderful. I mean, I don't know how you could bottle that up, but that is like the most amazing thing you could smell ever in a barrel room. Okay, oak, vanilla caramel. I'm gonna say molasses because it's on the bottle, but it reminds me of like a burnt sugar. I'm not gonna say creme brulee because I think it's even more than that. But it's not pungent. It's kind of like sweet molasses. It reminds me of toffee and chocolate, but I'm not really getting chocolate notes. And I did get crystallized ginger. Okay, I'm spending way too much time on the aroma, so let's go in for the taste. Cheers. Whew. Wow. I think it's just as I remember. It does remind me of a Moscow Mule because of the spiciness of the ginger. But I will say that this time I can taste a lot of oak, a lot of charred, tangy, a little bit of lingering bitter oak towards the end. And there is a lot of spice that kind of lingers throughout the palate and the finish. But I do get that molasses. It's there. It's like always there. It's kind of sweet. And the molasses that I get the molasses that's kind of bitter. So I will say that the taste isn't as sweet as the aroma was, but I still get the sweet caramel taste. And it actually does remind me of a Moscow Mule in some ways. I'm not really getting mint though. So let me see if I can get that. Maybe I'm supposed to get that in the bitterness note or maybe in the finish. Let me see if I can pick that up. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, God. Whew. It is spicy, but not in a hot, peppery way, more like in a spice of, it's definitely ginger. It almost reminds me like eating a piece of ginger and you get that burning effect in the back of your mouth. And I do get a lot of the caramel, or in this case the molasses, mixed with the oak. There's definitely like a charred flavor to it. Overall, it's really good, but I think it's more bitter than I remember. But when you think about these notes, the ginger, the oak, the molasses, I think the profile is supposed to be more bitter, oak, spice, fragrant rather than sweet. Moscow Mule because, I mean, for me, Moscow Mules are sweet, but for other people, they think it's way too spicy because they can't handle ginger. I can handle ginger, so I can handle this drink. So I'm just curious if someone else were to drink this, they would probably think that it might be spicy at the end. I think my notes are pretty spot on from when I first tried it. And I still think that it's my favorite because I'm going down it. I mean, I'm going through it really slowly because I don't want it to finish. It's all I have of this bottle. I'm just in love with the caramelization and the aroma. It just smells so good. That sip was spicy, and it lingers. It's a little drying at the end because I think as I keep sipping it, that bitterness and that dryness at the end. Yeah, I think I need to take like little sips of water in between as I finish this. So I think overall I'm still spot on from my original review. So I think my point is that I don't really see a difference in the neck pour, to be honest. And even when I'm going through other bourbon bottles after my reviews, I don't notice a difference in the neck pours. Even in the aromas, when I'm opening them weeks later after my reviews, I don't really notice a difference. Again, I'm not a expert in whiskey, but I think they're almost the same from when I open them. I mean, I hope they would get better, but yeah, I haven't noticed like anything really opening up. And so my point is that I think this is just as the same from when I opened the bottle. Maybe it was sweeter when I opened it, but also I also think that when I was also less experienced when I was doing whiskey because like I'm growing as I keep drinking more and more whiskey, so I'm picking up more variants of flavor and just experience. So I wanted to test myself and record it just to keep myself honest, just because I really was intrigued to know if there really was a difference. But everyone's palate is different, right? And I could still be wrong. Again, I'm still new to whiskey, and I'm pretty sure half of you have been drinking whiskey forever. So maybe it'll take me a while to figure out my palate, and I'm still going through this journey. So maybe I just need time. But for now, with all these bottles that I've been going through, I have not noticed a difference in the neck pours. And that's just my honest opinion. So with that, cheers. Let me know if you've had the single barrel, the Moscow Mule, Molasses Moscow Mule. I know Moscow Mules aren't everyone's favorite, but they're definitely my favorite because I love ginger beer. I love anything ginger. I could chew on ginger raw, ginger shots, crystallized ginger. Like, it's one of my favorite spices. So this is why I really like this bottle. I actually should have bought a lot more, but I didn't think about that when I was in Kentucky. So with that, I'll see you in the next video. Good night.